Hey everyone, it's Kate from A Pretty Planscape, and I am here today to pre-plan in my, well, not really pre-plan, we're going to plan the week this week in my Classic Happy Planner. It's the week of October 14th to the 20th, and if you watched my video last week, you'll know that these here are DIY hourly layout sheets that I made because as much as I love all the decorative planning, I need something a little bit more laid out hour by hour right now. So they're working well for me right now. I'll show you this week. This week has been kind of a crazy one. I didn't get done everything that I really needed and wanted to do because a couple things happened. So on Wednesday, my best friend had a baby. So I spent most of the day at the hospital with her on Wednesday, and then most of the day Thursday helping her get settled at home with the little baby. So that was exciting. And then the other exciting thing that happened, you can see a couple references here to puppy play dates, Visit Pups, Dottie, Tink and Dottie, that kind of thing. So we have two dogs. I mentioned them in the last video. Cricket, who is an 8-year-old Jack Russell Poodle mix, and Tinkerbell, who is an almost 2-year-old French Bulldog. Well, Tink is a breeding dog, so we actually co-home her with the breeder, meaning that we have lovely Tink, but when it's time to breed her, she goes to the breeders for a couple months to have the pups and then wean them. So I'll show you a couple pictures here because they're just adorable and I just feel like it's necessary. So I just got my phone here. So this is Cricket. That's our 8-year-old Jack Russell Poodle mix. She is a joy. And then Tinkerbell, I'll show you. So this is just a funny picture of her, but that's Tinkerbell there. Funniest little dog you'll ever meet. And so she just had her first litter in August, and she had 6 pups. And at the last minute, one of the pups' new families had to back out. And it just happened to be the one that was our absolute favorite from the night they were born. We were actually there the night that they were born. And she's also the one that if the breeder could have held any of them back to continue her breeding program with, it would have been her. So she asked us if we would want to co-home another, and we just could not resist. So on Thursday night, we picked up this little nugget. I don't know if the lighting's gonna be that great. And her name is Dottie. So I'll show you. So she's just the sweetest little thing. She's a tiny little tyke. That's her sleeping with her mama. And again, she just cuddles right up. Sleeping in my shirt yesterday because why not? It's cozy and warm. That was this morning. I think that might be the last one. Oh no, I've got one more. So this is what she's doing right this minute. She just had a long play and then she collapsed on this bed. And the reason, other than sharing the obvious extreme cuteness with you guys, is that I wanted you to know if you hear some crazy sounds or if I have to pause the recording to go and deal with puppy stuff, that's why. She is out cold right now. I hope she's gonna sleep for the duration of this video, but just in case she doesn't, you may hear some noise. I've got 3 dogs in the office with me right now, but I'm the only one home, so they've got to stay in here with me. All right, so let's get down to planning. So we're planning for the week of, like we said, the 14th to the 20th. I am using this quote-unquote kit this week. This is not one that is in the store. This is one that I just threw together last minute with just the things that I know I need. The kits come with a ton of really awesome decorative boxes and, you know, other little elements, washi tape and all that kind of stuff. With this hourly layout, I'm finding I'm using less and less of that, and I just didn't want to print a full kit. So all I need mostly, you know, boxes, icons and things like that. So I decided to go with this. And it was just inspired by the fact that in our part of Canada, fall is basically at its peak. The colors are beautiful, and I wanted to have a very pretty fall spread in my planner this week. So I used some really cute digital scrapbook paper for it, and made this. I don't know why it's not focusing on that properly, but anyway, you get the idea of what that is. So I'm going to use this. So I did just print the exact numbers I needed, the dates for this week, and we're going to use this pretty kit or DIY kit to plan this week. So let's pull the pages off the discs. We'll move this aside for now. But let's get started with the date dots. Get my tweezers out here. Now, almost every time I do this, if I don't stick these down first, I end up putting the Monday date on Thursday. So I'm being extra careful this time not to do that, because I mentioned in my last video, this sticker paper that I use is the most permanent stick I've ever seen. And once it's down, it's really not coming back up. And I don't want to have to reprint the whole thing. So let's get that down. We'll do them all and then we'll stick them down. Excuse my haggard nails right now. They're not painted at all. I picked all of my polish off the other day and haven't had a chance to give myself a manicure yet. And I do like to give them a day or two in between to rest, but didn't want to wait anymore to film this, because I was actually planning on filming this on Thursday, and today is Saturday morning. So I'm a little bit late, but you know, babies come when they want to. And then, you know, when you get an unexpected call to take a pup home, you gotta jump. So everything got put aside today, or this week for that. All right, let's get our date stickers on. I'm not gonna bother erasing the numbers underneath because they're so lighted in pencil, they're not gonna show through. All right, put that down. And these are all the same formats that are in the kits in my store. Like the date strips look exactly the same. Most of the boxes look the same. I did do some more rounded ones. I am liking the round ones lately, but everything else, like the headers, the weekend banner, and the icons are all the same. That is just the beauty of printable stickers. You can cut and paste what you need and want from it and leave the rest. And I highly encourage you to do that with any of the kits you might get from my store as well. If there's bits in there you don't need, just slice them out in your Cricut or Silhouette software, copy and paste some if you need some more boxes, whatever. I think that's the beauty of printable sticker kits. All right, we have our date dots up. Why don't we do our to-do headers at the bottom and our to-do list, and then we'll see what else we have. So let's just start here with the pink. And I mentioned in my last video that I was trying out a bit of a different layout with the hourly layout. Before I just had just the hours from 7 to 10, and then I added in a long to-do list portion here, but I could never do as many tasks as there was space for, and I needed a space for some all day, events up here. So I modified that last week and it's working really well. So I'm going to keep it for probably a month or so and see how it works. So let's do green here. So all 3 pups are sleeping right now, which is good. Dottie, which is short for polka dot, because when she was born, she was pure white, and except for 2 tiny little gray dots on the side of her face. And so we actually sort of named her from the get-go. We named her at birth. We called her Polka Dot, and Dottie for short. And I've been calling her that the whole time, even though she had already been given another name by her other family. They hadn't picked her up yet from the breeder. But to me and to us, she's always been Dottie, and we decided to keep that. So she is sound asleep right now. She's got some digestive issues that we're trying to sort out right now. She's hungry, she's happy, she's very excited to eat, but very randomly and very frequently, she does what you'd probably call throwing up, but it's not really throwing up because there's no food or real stomach contents coming up. Sorry if that's too gross for some of you. It's just liquid, even if she's just eaten. So it's not coming from all the way in her stomach. It's almost like a reflux issue. And we don't know exactly what the cause of it is yet. Oh, managed to save that. We're still investigating. The most common cause is a food intolerance. So we've taken her off the food she was on, and she's gonna have a couple days of just scrambled egg and Pepto-Bismol, because that seems to help settle her tummy a bit. And then we'll see how she's doing. If that seems to settle it, then we'll try switching her food and give her something new that might agree with her more. But this tiny little pup, I mean, she's a tiny little Frenchie. She's a full 2 pounds smaller than her mom was when we brought her home. Just burps and sort of spits up pretty frequently, and it looks like it must be pretty uncomfortable for her. So I feel really bad. And we want to get to the bottom of that. So hopefully we will. Okay. Let's do, what will we do next? We'll do our weekend banner and get that down. Now, last week I didn't quite get it positioned right, and it bugged me all week. So I'm gonna try to do a better job this week. I'm gonna put this here. Lay that down there, and this flag, oh, the stickers aren't even in frame, sorry. And then this one we will put here. Oh, that's not good, but it's staying there. It's not too bad. And then the weekend banner, just looking at last week's planner to see where I put it. That was wrong. So I'm gonna start from this side this time, because I don't want it to cover the Y from Sunday. I think it might a bit anyway. Actually, if I do that, it's gonna go down crooked. Let's do it upside down. There. I think it's crooked already. I find these so hard to place properly. Okay, that might not be bad. Let's turn it around and see. You know what? It might be better than any of the other ones I've done. I sort of wish it was up higher. Actually, I really wish it was up higher, but I'm not gonna fuss with it now. I'll never get it up, even if I try. Okay, let's do our sidebar, and then we'll get the weekend. So I added this little sticker for my Erin Condren style quote, not quote box, to add a little bit of color to the planner. So we'll put that down there. And then I didn't print last week. I'll show you. Last week I used the small little headers here between them. I'm not going to do that this week. I didn't print any for that, but I did print extra word headers here, so I'll use those instead. Okay, let's do a to-do list. What do I see? Sorry, I don't want to be out of frame here. It's hard to film these because you have to get really close to get a good lay on the sticker. You really have to get close to the page, but if you do that, that's crooked, but oh well. If you do that, you end up with your head like in the, I don't know if I can get close enough for you to see my hair on this one, but you end up with your head in the frame. So you try to avoid that. I think it's all gonna go down crooked this week. And every week. I really should put some really faint lines here to be able to line it up properly. And then we'll do our menu. I'm going to do something a little bit different this week with my planning. Last week I just did it before the pen spread. Partly because I wanted to take some pictures for Instagram before I filled everything out, but that style planning just really doesn't work for me. I need to add things in as I go, like as I actually plan them. So this week I'm just gonna plan with you guys, and those are actually my favorite styles of plan with me videos, where you actually like they fill out the stickers and their actual plans for the week. Okay, and then I printed out this little this week sticker here. Last week I used a full box here in the sidebar. I didn't print one for this kit. I'm going to leave it blank for now, and I'll either add some notes, just handwrite them here, or I will add in some kind of sticker or something as the week goes on, whatever I need to do. Okay, let's go day by day. So Monday, there is quite a bit of stuff happening. So I've got, it's Canadian Thanksgiving, or as I call it, First Thanksgiving, because my friend Debbie, who lives in California, and I spent, like 8 years, arguing over whether it was, whether our Thanksgiving was the real Thanksgiving or American Thanksgiving was real. And we just decided they're both valid and legitimate. Let's just call them first and second Thanksgiving. And we have ever since then. Sorry, I just need a drink. I've got my travel mug here, but instead of coffee, it's got Coke Zero in it. Okay. So it is Thanksgiving on Monday, so I want to put something to notate that. I'm going to use my, I always use my Pentel Energel. This is the 0.7 tip, which I really like. I do have the 0.5. I find it very, very fine, but really good for little details. So let's just start planning here. So Monday, it is First Thanksgiving. I'm just gonna call it Thanksgiving in my planner. So let's, I'm gonna use one of these little square boxes. So let's use the yellow one. So Thanksgiving, I'm just gonna give that a moment to dry. I'm gonna fill out some of these other ones. It's also my husband's birthday, so we will use maybe this one. To write that in. I have a meeting at 9, even though it is a holiday. The meeting is with some folks in the States, which is why it's happening on that day. So it's only about an hour long. So let's use one of these for that. And we're just going to call that's going to be that's for a freelance job. And then the other big thing that's happening next week is that because we feel like 3 dogs just isn't enough, we are actually going to be dog sitting for our older Frenchie's mom for 5 days. So Tinkerbell is our older Frenchie. She's almost 2. Her mom, whose name is Olive, needed a place to stay for a couple days while her family is on vacation, and we're actually going to dog sit her. So we will have 3 generations of the same Frenchie family under one roof, which is exciting. It also means we're going to have 4 dogs in the house for 5 days, including a very, very small puppy. So it's going to be a full house next week, but I'm so excited. So Olive is coming Monday night. So I'm going to use, I'm going to use one of these slightly larger ones because I think our breeder who's bringing Olive to us is going to come and then stay for a bit to play with the dogs as well. So let's say maybe this one, we'll use this one. So dog sitting Olive. And sorry if you just heard my phone buzz. I just got a text. And then I'm going to use the little paw print here for that. No, I think here. Okay. Okay, that's all of Monday. So let's get these stickers down. So we'll just start by putting Thanksgiving up here. Can you guys see that? Okay. Okay, Thanksgiving, and then we'll put Jer's birthday right under that. And I was going to use the little present thing, but I didn't really leave space for it, so that's okay. We have Thanksgiving dinner with family tomorrow. So today's Saturday, so tomorrow's on Sunday. And we're going to celebrate his birthday then. Okay, and then this training meeting is at 9. We'll put that there. And then I'm not 100% sure what time Olive is coming, but I know it'll be in the evening sometime, so we'll maybe just put it around 5. All right, so that's Monday. Tuesday, I just have one thing, and it's a mystery shop to do, and it's a telephone one, so it's not going to take me very long. So we'll use one of these. Okay, we'll leave that there for it to dry for a second. Actually, maybe I'll just... This is really, I mean, this pen is really amazing. It really doesn't smear very much, especially on like normal paper. I found with the sticker paper, I don't know if it's just the coating a little bit. It does, it's not glossy sticker paper by any means, but it does smear a little bit. So I like to give it a second to dry. That mystery shop is first place out west, so I'm not going to do it in the morning. I'll do it in the afternoon here. Okay. I think that's it for Tuesday. It's not an extremely busy day on Tuesday. Wednesday, I don't think I have anything. Pretty sure that day is free, which is good because I feel like I'm going to need some serious catch-up days, especially with Monday being mostly a holiday, and I lost basically 3 days this week for working, which is still, like, I'm thrilled that I was able to take that time, and I love that I was able to do that, but I will have some catch-up to do. So we'll leave that blank for now. I'm not going to put anything specific on there. So that's the first half of the week. I'll come back to do this menu and stuff in a little bit. Okay, Thursday. Thursday is, so there is one thing that I want to mark for Thursday, and that is the fact that it will have been 9 years since my dad passed away. So I'm going to mark that in here, and I think I'm going to use maybe this green one here and just put it in. So I'm just going to put Dad 9 years. We'll give that a sec. So he died in 2010. He had a very rare form of blood cancer that acted sort of like leukemia, but unfortunately wasn't quite as treatable as leukemia sometimes is. And unfortunately we lost him at the age of 67. But he'd had a great life. He did a lot of the things that he wanted to do in his life, and was able to work doing something he loved all his life. He worked in the aerospace industry and did some amazing things. He headed up the team that built the first Canadarm, the space arm that was on the shuttle. So that was pretty exciting. He was a good guy. We miss him. And it's nice to just remember on that day a little bit. All right, on Friday, also not super busy so far, but my daughter does have musical theater in the evening. So I'm gonna put that down. I have these stickers here. These are just my random stickers that I use for various things. So I will use one of these. And we'll put it here. Musical theater. Oh, I don't know if you guys could see that, sorry. And then that's on Friday at 6:30 for an hour. And it's only about 10 minutes from our house, but generally when I take her, I just wait for her outside, and I'll either work on stuff on my iPad or sometimes I'll watch a movie on Netflix, things like that. Saturday, we are going for dinner at my brother-in-law's, and that'll be probably a whole evening thing, so I'll use a big box for that. So let's do dinner at Tim and Tennille's. Tennille is his lovely wife. They have 2 kids, a daughter who is the same age as our daughter. They're only a few months apart, and a son who's a couple years younger. And they all love playing together, so we're excited to spend some time with them. Do we have... We'll put this one down for that. I'll just use my tweezers here. Maybe there. Maybe I'll put it on top once I get it down. Set that there for a second. And I'm not 100% sure what time we're leaving for that, but it's generally around 3:30ish. I'll put it at 3:30. Actually, I'll put it later because we won't be home. until probably later in the evening. Okay, there, and then we'll put this here. Okay. And then that's the only thing I'm going to put down for Saturday. My husband might have a car race. Sorry, I needed a drink. But I'm not sure if he's going to that yet. And I will have some work to do, but I won't block that off until later in the week when I know what time I'm going to be free. I think Olive also goes home this day. I'm not sure what time her owners are picking her up. So I'll leave that free for now. And then Sunday, the only thing that I need to add for Sunday is the fact that my soccer team has a big game. So I'm going to mark that in, and I think I'll use this one. I don't think I've used many of these little leaf ones yet. So my team is Manchester United. And they are playing Liverpool at 11:30 on Sunday morning, and I want to make sure we don't schedule anything at that time, so I'm just gonna put that little clock there. I don't have a soccer icon. I have some soccer ball stickers somewhere, but I'm not sure where they are, so we'll use that, and we will stick this down here, and that is at 11:30, and that'll go for a couple hours. So I may even go to the pub for dinner, for breakfast or something, brunch, and watch it there. We'll see. Okay, I think that is all I have right now for the week, which looks like kind of an empty week. I feel like there's actually a lot more to do than that, and there probably are a lot of to-do lists, but not actual appointments or anything yet so far. So let's put these back on the disc. Get these in here. I hate putting pages in on the left. I don't know, my hands just don't work properly. Okay, so there, oh, I said I was going to come back and fill this in a little bit. Let's just do this on the disc. So Monday, my husband wants a steak. No, he wants a roast for his birthday. So we'll do that. Tuesday, it's funny, he's actually going to end up cooking that because he is the meat guy in the family, and I don't ever touch like the barbecue or anything really to do with meat other than chicken. Sometimes pork I'll cook. But, you know, if he wants the roast, he's going to have to cook it. Tuesday, we're just going to do spaghetti on Tuesday because I want to do something easy. I actually want easy meals like all this week. I just don't, I'm tired. I think I said that last week we had Chef's Plate delivered, but this week I'm going to be cooking, so we're going to make it especially easy. And then Wednesday, what will we make on Wednesday? We'll do sausage and veggies. It's like a one-pan sausage dish. With smoked sausage, peppers, green beans, and potatoes. Sorry, not tomatoes, potatoes. And my family loves it. So, and it's super easy to make. So we'll do that. So there we go. That's the week. It's looking a little bare, but it always fills in. Last week looked a little bare as well, and then it ended up being a bit of a chaotic week, and they certainly fill up quickly. So that is it. So I hope you like the video. If you do, please give it a big thumbs up. That really helps me out, and then hit that subscribe button so you can see more of my videos. I will see you soon. Bye, friends.